going on, guys? Infinite here. I want to preface this last video on mastering by saying there are going to be times where the volume is going to significantly increase. I apologize for that. It is due to the mastering process when you add a limiter and boost the level or volume significantly. So just be prepared for that. I give a verbal warning, I think, about half the time, so be ready. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Infinite here in 5 minutes or less. Today we're going to be looking at mastering the song that we mix the vocal and the beat to. So I'll shoot straight. You could do a ton of stuff with mastering. You could fill this whole thing up. You could do a bunch of crazy stuff. I'm just showing a really simple version of mastering because my videos, I'm aiming to help artists and rappers who might not know a lot about mixing be able to mix their vocals by just teaching them the basics and allowing them to copy some settings that work well universally so that they can release quality music. So the first thing we're going to do is you probably want to throw on an EQ. And I like to roll off in the low end. I like to cut out things maybe below 30 hertz, in this case 28. So yeah, like 30 or below, you can kind of fish around and roll that off. It's just going to make your bass actually sound tighter, which is going to make your sound cleaner. So the producer may have done this before, but if not, it's always cool to at least check it out, at least try it. If you don't like the way it sounds, you don't have to do it. It's just a cool thing to know that you can do that. Again, with the high end, around 18K or 18,000 hertz, it's nice to do what's called a low pass or rolling off the high end. And again, that's another optional thing, but I'd recommend it. It's just going to, again, keep your song a little tighter and a little cleaner. Then right here, like I told you, around 2 to 400 is going to have some boominess occasionally, and we did in this song. And so right at 348, I just pulled it down a decibel and a half. I really want to stress, when you're doing stuff on the master fader or the mix bus fader, or channel, I should say, master channel or mix bus channel, depending on what DAW you're in, they're going to call it different stuff. They're the same thing. It's the final channel everything runs through before the listener hears it. And you're going to want to do subtle things because this is affecting all of your audio, right? It's affecting all the instruments and things in the beat. It's affecting all the vocals and all the effects. So we don't want to be crazy with this, right? When you're doing like a vocal or a beat and something, if you pull it down to 6 decibels and it enhances it, do it. But if you're pulling it down 6 decibels here, that probably means something originally needs to get adjusted. You should probably only have to do maybe 1 to 2 decibels a move. Sometimes I'll even do a half decibel and it'll sound better. So anyways, I'll show you the boominess real quick.
Coming with the flow like yo dog chill. This the reason I'm alive and I'm feeling straight priv.
And so I pulled that out. So this is what it sounded like before. 1 second.
Coming with the flow like yo dog chill. This the reason I'm
And after.
coming with the flow like yo dog chill. This the reason I'm alive and I'm feeling straight priv.
Again, headphones will definitely help you hear that edit. Very subtle stuff. I mean, again, you wouldn't have to do that to have a great sounding record, but I like to show it so people have more tools in their toolbox if they want to go a little bit more in depth. You could do a lot of other stuff. You could do multi-band compression. You could do a dynamic compressor like we did here, except not side chain it, just have it running through the dynamic compressor to adjust the levels when it gets too loud. But another thing I'll show you is what's called the Sound Goodizer from Fruity Loops. And in my case, well, you just heard me get way loud. They have it's really easy. You just check out different settings and you adjust the amount that you want. In my case, I actually didn't want it, but it's a free plugin, so if you have Fruity Loops, you can at least try it. It's really designed to enhance audio on a simple way, just a twisting of a knob and a switching of a setting. So if you're struggling to get it to sound good, that's something you can at least try. I will tell you, normally a master bus will not look like this. It will not look this clean. Usually, again, you'll have 4 to 6 plugins or whatever. In our case, we're just doing stuff to release music, right? And we're not mixing engineers, we're not mastering engineers, we're rappers. And so we just want to keep things clean and simple and to the point where it sounds great. And in this case, it does. Now, you just heard me get really loud. I apologize for that. Should have gave you a warning. A limiter. You will always want this at the end of your master bus or mix bus, depending on your plugins and your DAW. So you could honestly just throw it on the last channel every time just to be safe, or the last slot, I should say, the rack. Basically, this is going to boost the level to commercial level. Okay, so you're gonna hear that. So again, a good output ceiling is anywhere between negative 0.3 and -1. I do -0.5. The reason you do that is, let's say you bounce to an MP3 and it goes louder. Sometimes when you bounce audio, it actually goes above your threshold. This gives it a little bit of breathing room still. You still have 5 or half decibel before something gets distorted. So as I turn this on and pull the threshold down, you're going to hear the audio get louder. That's the goal, okay? We're bringing it up to commercial level.
Coming with the flow like yo dog chill. This the reason I'm alive and I'm feeling straight privileged. Life full of love from above, bringing real here. So please join the movement, cause I could really feel this. Yeah, I could really feel this. Coming with the flow like yo dog chill. This the reason I'm alive.
Okay, what you're looking for is no more than 4 decibels of gain reduction here. Ideally, I mean, sometimes you'll go towards 5 to 6, but really when you go above 4, you might start to hear some artifacts or distortion. And so you want to pull that down till it's sounding loud. And then what would be great is actually, let's say you have your favorite rap song by whoever it might be that's a famous artist. Take that MP3 or whatever you have of them, drag and drop it into your software, and then make sure you have your master bus off when you're comparing your audio to theirs. So like, let's say I would turn this off, have their beat play, make sure their beat is not sent to a channel, it's just on there, on the master. Listen to their beat, and then I would mute their beat. I would turn this on, so I'm going to get loud again. And then I would listen to my beat and make sure that the same loudness are pretty dang close. And so there you guys go. There is mastering a rap beat again in a nutshell. So I will show you the before. Yo, yo, yo.
Coming with the flow like yo dog chill. This the reason I'm alive.
And after. Yo, yo, yo.
Coming with the flow like yo dog chill. This the reason I'm alive and I'm feeling straight privileged. Life full of love from above, bringing real here. So please join the movement, cause I could really feel this. Yeah.
So there you have it. Hope you guys learned a lot. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great day.